Hi everyone, I'm Sammy from BASSBOSS. I'd love to take you on a journey and a brief product overview, so let's dive right into it. So the first slide I'd like to present represents how most 18-inch competitive subs on the market perform. Generally their focus is 60 to 80 Hertz with little regard or ability to perform equally at 30 Hertz. Generally, the lack of amplifier power dictates the output performance at its best between that 60 and 80 Hertz area and roll-offs on both sides of the curve. We usually call that a bell curve or a rock box. At BASSBOSS, we focus on delivering true subwoofer output, studio quality, event level SPL. What that means is in our single 15, full volume down to 40 Hertz before roll-off. In our single 18s, full volume down to 30 Hertz before the roll, and many of our other models will take you right into the mid-20s before they roll off. In this example, we have a generalization or an aggregate of how we see most mass market subs, competing subs perform. We'll see generally a 10 to 20 decibel loss from the 60 Hertz point down to the 30 Hertz level. Once we get into sustained or long-term performance, I usually see about an 18 decibel loss at 30 Hertz, whereas our single 18 here will deliver full volume down to 30 Hertz or plus minus 3 dB. What does that translate into? Well, if you want to create the experience, the physicality, you need to add significantly more subs to generate the type of SPL and energy that the competing sub simply does its best at 60 to 80. You would have to add approximately 4 of those subs to generate the same type of output that it does, but doing it at 30 Hertz. So when we look at one SSP 118, you're comparing to 4 of those competing subs. Add in a processor, do subtractive tuning in order to flatten the curve, and you may be able to get a result that's more linear from 100 down to 30. In order to achieve something that we're able to do with every one of our subwoofers naturally. So 30 Hertz hurts. It hurts to carry 4 subs, it hurts to pay for 4 subs, and it also hurts to give up a lot of SPL through subtractive tuning in order to generate output that your clients are looking for. The cost associated with that is also substantial. Your clients can actually enhance their brand and build their system with better quality sound and put the additional funds into other gear that helps, again, build their business. It makes them a winner in their marketplace. So we look at this cost equation, $3,500 for a BASSBOSS single 18 that outperforms nearly double the price of 4 other units at that 30 Hertz level. When we look at the other end of the spectrum, we talk about the big touring brands or the high end. We have Myers and KV2 in this example compared to our ZV28. This graph will show the difference in SPL, the low frequency extension, and the relative cost. So in this equation, we see a fluctuation of 140 to 146 decibels. They're all very close in output. One thing I could tell you about the ZV28 is that's going to be a consistent long-term output that's generated across the entire spectrum. Without published frequency response graphs from the other manufacturers, it's really difficult to see how consistent that particular output metric is across that whole spectrum. So what we know is that they're close in performance in terms of SPL, but really in long-term testing, that's going to be the critical factor, and I think we're actually going to perform best. When we look at the low frequency extension, we have the Meyer 1100 LFC. It's supposed to be a very low frequency element. Unfortunately, its roll-off starts at 30, whereas the ZV28, its roll-off goes all the way down to 24 before it rolls. And in a pair, coupled together, you will get 21 Hertz before the roll-off. And when we look at the KV2, it's already rolling off at 34. When we now look at the cost factor, one ZV28 is a third to a fourth of the cost of those other elements, but it presents no decrease in product quality, component quality, build quality, quality of sound and output. It is certainly a rival and excels past pretty much every competitor on the market. So it presents an extraordinary value and an extraordinary experience.